So in this part of the videos, we're going to talk about bringing home baby. As Sue just explained, we'll be giving you a ring the day after you come home from the hospital. If you haven't had a phone call, by about 3:30 the day after you've come home, at the top of your notes, there's 2 telephone numbers there that you can ring. That will get you through to the hospital and explain to them that you're waiting for a midwife to ring you, and she hasn't rang you, and they can sort that out and put it on our diaries and let one of us know to ring you. I'll tell you what we're looking for when we ask you the questions when you come home. One of them's about your baby's skin. So is your baby's skin a nice pink colour, clear of any rashes? We'll be asking you whether your baby looks jaundiced. So it's a yellow in colour, usually around the face and the upper body. So if you see any signs of any yellowing or anything to your baby's skin, it's fine. In the first few days after you've delivered, a lot of babies will get it. But what we might do then is perhaps give you a little video call just to have a look at, sort of over video to see what colour and how baby is. The other thing your baby might get is what's called a newborn rash, and that's a rash usually all over the body, on the arms, the legs, and you might get some on the tummy and some on the back. The difference between a good rash and a bad rash is when you rub your finger over the rash, the skin should blanch white. So if you try it on your hand, so you're running your finger over your hand, and as you run it over, you get the white behind the pressure of your finger, and then it goes back to pink. That is a normal newborn rash. This baby's been in your belly for 9 months in nice sterile water, and now it's come out to dust, it's come out to wearing clothes and things that it's not used to, and so the skin reacts a little bit. If when you blanch the skin, the spot still stays red, or it's like little purple bruises, then you need to be ringing the hospital straight away, because that could be a sign of something more serious. Okay. So the next thing we check is baby's eyes. Are they nice and clear? Is there any gunk in the corner of their eyes that sometimes babies can get? If you do find that there are little bits of, it's like a mucousy type yellowy crusting, what you can do is clean that with cool boiled water, getting a cotton wool ball, dipping it in the cool boiled water, squeezing it out, and you're working from the inside of the eye to the outside and getting rid of that cotton wool ball. If both eyes do it, then do it to both eyes using a clean cotton wool ball each time. So going from the inside of the nose out to the outside of the eye and getting rid of it. If it persists, if you're breastfeeding, you can squeeze a bit of breast milk in the eye. That can sometimes get rid of it, because your breast milk's got antiseptic properties in there, and it's made for your baby, and sometimes that can get rid of these gunky eyes. If it persists, you can give your GP a ring, and they might be able to give you some antibiotic cream to use in it. We'll be looking in baby's mouth. So is baby's mouth nice and clear? What we'll be asking to say is if there are any white patches on the tongue or on the roof of the mouth. Sometimes that can be a sign of baby thrush, but that doesn't happen very often if you're sterilising and cleaning your bottles. Fine. We'll also be looking if baby's having any trouble feeding. If your midwife has said to you before you go home that baby might have a bit of a tongue tie, we'll be asking how baby's feeding with that, and if you need to be seen by the breastfeeding team, they can give you a video call and have a look at that with you over the link. Your baby's cord. You come home and baby will still have the clamp on its belly. We are leaving those clamps on because we do find that as baby's cord dries out, where it's getting knocked just by putting the nappy on, baby moving, it does tend to make it separate a lot quicker. If you do want the clamp to be taken off, that's fine, just ask. But what we say is when you're popping on baby's nappy, if you put the nappy on as normal, and then what you do is put the nappy on as you would, and then tuck the inside of the nappy and get the cord clamp outside of the nappy. I'll just demonstrate for you now, thank you, my glamorous assistant. So pop in the nappy on, you're doing it up as normal, And then where the cord clamp is, tucking this top part of the nappy in and putting the clamp outside of the nappy, don't tuck it inside. The drier you keep this belly button, the quicker it's going to fall off.